happening. And we're coming very close to a very big event that's going to affect us in a very deep level, primarily here in the U.S., because the U.S. right now holds the key for the rest of the planet. Thanks to its Constitution and its and Bill of Rights and what the founding fathers have known how to prepare for this time that we're at right now. And once we win this war, and it is war between light and dark, we're going to start building an incredible planet, incredible society, freedom, prosperity, compassion, health, and you know, it's going to be beyond. I don't think anybody understands this now. It's going to be incredible. Incredible.
And what do you think? So on one hand we know it, but at this moment, like a lot of people say, like we already won. It's just playing out. But for some people, it's still quite difficult in the moment to deal with. What do you like? And in what way? Like,
in essence, it's true. We already won. We chose, you know, we had this measurement in 1987, the harmonic convergence. It was a worldwide meditation, and this basically sent the signal to source. We're staying. We want to stay. We're not leaving. We're not going to have a reset again. So what this has done is create a new trajectory for Earth and humanity. And we're on it. And so basically because of our choices, we already won. The thing is that we have to go through these steps. This is school. Earth, life, reincarnation, all of this is school. We have to learn things, and we cannot learn without having the experience. And so what we're going through right now, the challenges, the pain, the sorrow, the grief, the anger, the frustration, the scare, you know, this level of feeling as if it's hopeless. We have to go through this. And there's a few layers to this, why we're going through this. One of them is for us to grow, to mature, to graduate so that we understand. Another one is to come close to source, come back to God. At the end of this, at some point, all of us are going to be on our knees saying, God, please help us. This is the moment we have to get to. And then, the primary one, and this is what I love the most about this whole thing, they've shown me why we have to go through this in this particular way. And what they've done is they've taken me to a higher perspective. You know, just like an airplane goes very, very high, and you have a higher perspective of the whole situation. So they say, okay, let's go up there. Let's have a look at every planet that has gone through or reached a particular moment, just like we are right now, and it had the choice to ascend. Every planet, every civilization reaching this moment in time had to reach and has to reach a particular level of energy on the planet that has to do with one thing, and that is compassion. Without a heightened level of compassion, we will not be able to cross. So how do we reach a higher level of compassion? Through an event. So us seeing all this darkness, you know, the darkness has been here for a long time. It's not something new. Just because there's more light on the planet, you see the darkness. It's the same analogy Brian said this before. He said there's an analogy that he uses. He says, imagine you have a house where all the light bulbs are 25 watts. You know, the power of the light is very dim. Now let's change the light bulbs. Put 100 watts. Now you'll be able to see, you know, that corner. I never saw that corner. There's a lot of dust in there. There's some cockroaches there. There's some dirt over there. You start to see things. Seeing things you haven't seen before. The dark cannot hide it. That's what you see right now.
Well, that is
and it's going to get worse.
That's really clear.
And it's going to get worse.
Wow.
It's going to get very intense. And what do I mean by worse? It's not worse by being dark is going to get more dark. It's going to show itself. It's going to make dark. The dark is not going to die without a fight. And the good guys, on the other hand, are trying to save as many people as possible. But at the end of the day, we're at war, and we're going to go through some events. And the hope that I have that I can give people is know that we already won this. We have to continue working through this. Prayer, meditation, being together, helping one another, working on yourself, opening the heart, letting go of all the stuff that you've been carrying from past life in this lifetime. Letting go of resentment, fear, anger, sorrow, shame, all those energetical things you carry on you, so that you clear those out, and then you're able to work with people on a higher level, clear level, joyful, compassionate. You know, this is where we're heading.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Hello, everyone. Patriot5 and Patriot6 here tonight, and I hope everybody's weekend was good. I want to take a moment and thank everybody for all the birthday wishes. They was really amazing. I loved each and every one of them, and it made my special day even more special. My day started off sleeping in late yesterday, which I do that a lot anyway because I stay up late, come down and had some lunch with Ron, and watched a little TV until I went home to clean up. And Ron and myself, we went to my daughter's house. She has a garage that has a bathroom, heated, TV, chairs and stuff. So we celebrated my birthday out there. My son, his wife, and my 2 grandkids from them, and then my other 3 grandkids, my daughter, David, Ron, and me. We had a great time. You know, it's not many times in February you cook out on the grill. Just not a gas grill, a charcoal grill. And David, my son-in-law, Grandma Bo's grandson, he did the cooking, and I had to compliment him on the fact that it was the best. It was the best steak since he's been with Amber, I thought, he's ever had for us, and I know that made him feel good. And other things that made us feel good during the day was my son has gotten the recipe for Hooters shrimp. We love Hooters wings. We love Hooters shrimp. But when me and Ron and Russ and Brandon and Dave, when we go there, we drink some beer. We have some fries. We have some shrimp. We have some chicken. And I mean, you're looking at $140, $150. By the time we leave, the tip $150, and it's just too much. But that being said, we're in a situation. We're in a situation where he can make them shrimp, and I know they were good because, man, the minute Dave ate like 2 or 3, he looked and he said, "These are exactly." He nailed it. Now we're working on getting a recipe, which we have. We just have to try it for the chicken. And you know, I'm at an age where I don't care if I go see the Hooter girls anymore. You know, I would rather do something else with my $25 tip than to go someplace else. And the whole thing of it is, if me and Ron, even at our age, was to go to Hooters, and it's a great place to go, I'd love to go there. But if we was to go there, they would treat us like kings because they figure, oh, these 2 old men are going to give us huge tips. But since my son-in-law went with my daughter and my 3 grandkids, oh, it's a family of 5. They're not going to leave much of a tip. Shame on them. You know that movie, Big Mistake, big, huge. My son-in-law is one of the best tippers I've ever had the pleasure to go out eating with. He believes in good service, good money. And that being said, it ended up a great day, but it wouldn't have ended up a great day without all of you guys being there for me, wishing me happy birthday, write me messages. And one of the messages I'm going to play tonight, it was very special. You know, I talk very highly of Michelle Gillespie, Patriot 40. I talk very highly of her. Her boys, Patriot Karate Kid and Patriot Wyatt. I had a nice chat when I came home, you know, sending messages on text messages with Michelle, and this is how our messages ended from her two boys. Now I want you to listen.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday, Ralph. From Patriot Curry King and Patriot Wyatt.
Guys, that's when you know you got a family here. When they do something like that, I receive pictures from other Patriots. So many well wishes that, you know, I almost didn't want the day to end. And I'm not one that's big on birthdays, you know. One girl from the Philippines contacted me, and she told me that I was getting old and joking, and I said something to her that I won't say here because I don't want to bring the kids involved in it. But let's put it this way, I got called a naughty boy. But, you know, guys, we should just have fun. And if you listen to that audio, is whatever, if you listen to it and you listen to what this guy said, he was teaching you in there what we've been trying to teach you for a long time. And that's, we're preparing. We're preparing. What does it say in a prayer? Prepare a table before you. We're preparing that table. So not only can you eat, not only can you be happy, but you won't be scared, because remember, it's all a movie. And I'm going to go into the all a movie after the kids and after the song Proud to Be American. I'm going to go into that because some things has went on in my life that in the last 24 hours that has really extremely got me wondering what's going on. That, you know, I talked with God every day, but, you know, I've already mentioned, you know, Patriot Wyatt Earp, Patriot Karate Kid, and Michelle Gillespie, Patriot 40. What a tremendous young lady. I mean, as she tells me, I'm sorry, Ralph, I haven't been around for you and Ron much. Patriot 5 and Patriot 6. I haven't been around for you much, but it's not that I don't watch your shows all the time. It's just that she says, I work to help the family. And I understand that. I understand what she does. But that being said,
I've been looking for some jewelry for my special
you know,
someone.
that being said,
TikTok
you know, she's always following us. She's always there for us. And that's what we're looking at. So, you know, her boys, never met them, but boy, you know, the excitement they had saying hi and happy birthday to me yesterday, it really was something special. And okay, I got the music ready. I just got to play it. But anyway, guys, you know, and I'm starting to sound like Wolverine now. And Wolverine went off about something today, but I want to talk about the kids, you know, Patriot Super Jimmy and his mom, Renee. And I know Renee's not a child, but guys, I always bring Renee up because I always want you to keep her in your prayers. You know, we all know the story of what's going on with her. And I just hope that I emphasize enough to her and to Jimmy that these magical things that's coming is not going to do any of us any good if we're not here when they get here. She was put in this situation. She come into this family. She came into this group for a reason, so we can save her and help her. And that's what we're going to do. But if she gets to where she needs a little help, I'm walking, talking proof. You got to give in. I was totally against doctors. I was. But they literally saved my life and give me an opportunity to see this movie through, to go in the journey that who knows how long we'll be here now. So Jimmy, just keep your faith up. They're there, they're real, and they're happening soon in a neighborhood hood near you. You know, Patriot 11, you know, such an amazing young boy. And, you know, he told me his real age. He's really not 11, and I don't share it with anybody. I might have one day on the show, but it was a slip up because, you know, he just likes the number 11. And I said, that was great when I was talking to him on the phone that day, because 11 used to be my favorite number after a shortstop when I was learning how to play ball for the Chicago White Sox that I idolized. You know, Patriot, you know, 11, you also got your friends, Haley and Hunter, I think it is. And then Grandma told me there was another friend that One of them really wasn't in the mix anymore, but you know, young man, you're going to have many, 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 many friends. You're a cute kid, and the girls are going to see it. You know, I've already mentioned Karate Kid and Wyatt Earp and Patriot, Boog Boogaloo and Boogaroo. Wow. You know, just to know them, to get pictures of them, because we're in this with John. And John is an amazing man that he's like me. His grandkids are his world. You know, and when you get to spend time with him yesterday, you know, yesterday my oldest granddaughter, since I got sick, me and hers got really close. And it might have something to do with when I was getting just a little better where I could really know I was going to make it when I was in the hospital. I called my daughter and had her bring my granddaughter in. Nobody else, none of the rest of them, just my oldest granddaughter. And I had my daughter leave the room so I could talk to her. It was a very emotional talk, and I still get emotion today about it. But she understands that no matter how I treat Patriot, Monkey, little Addison, that she is right there. I mean, when I told her the story of what happened less than a month before she was born, and her golden birthday is March 10th. So keep that in mind, everyone. Keep that in mind. We will be talking and wishing her a happy birthday. And you can do it right there on my site where my daughter can see it and show her. But, you know, Patriot 7, I got over to babysit the monkey today, and I picked her up from the other babysitter. Went and got her a little something to eat and came back, and my grandson jumped up and tried to scare me. Didn't scare me because I knew something was up, because the dog didn't meet me at the door. Shadow didn't meet me at the door. And I knew something was up. So when he jumped out, he scared Addison, the monkey, but it didn't get me. But I acted like I was. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. You know, Patriot, Small Hank and Patriot Kira, yesterday at my party, I could not get away from her. But then again, I had access to the cheese balls. And I'm telling you, my 3 granddaughters, they eat. My 2 grandsons are so finicky. Now, Patriot 7, Liam, is starting to get a little more. And Patriot Small Hank is a little bit. But, you know, then we have Patriot Little Leona, and I went in and I was looking at some pictures of her today, and she's growing like a weed. She wished me a happy birthday, and it's just unbelievable what things are happening. You know, Patriot Wyatt and Patriot Princess, our queen, our ball player, and that. You know, Jana, I exchanged some messages with her. You know, she had sent me one, and she'd also made a statement in the show the other night with the other and that. And guys, you know, I see you talking, because that concludes the kids, and I'm going to get into some other things. But him, wow. But Taylor Swift is my granddaughter, Patriot Super Gymnast, favorite performer. And I'm not saying one way or another, but they say she can sing anything. I just haven't found anything she sings that I really like. She's a very attractive, very beautiful young lady. But, you know, the fact is that, you know, it is what it is. And, but I did change my mind on her. I heard that with the SORAS ordeal that she's going through, she's denying she didn't know it. And if she didn't, you know, in my life, you're innocent until proven guilty, not guilty and proven innocent. Boy, we got some trolls out tonight, huh? But that's okay, because, you know, I'm glad they're here, because even though you're taking them out, you know, they can still listen unless you're putting them into timeout. And they need to listen to what I'm saying. I hope they listen to the first part, that guy speak. I hope they listen to what we're saying tonight, because, guys, I'm promising you, you're in for a treat tonight. Whether you like the way I present it, that's irrelevant. But we have some great information. And I'm telling you, we're close. And when you hear my stories about why I know we're close, and then deal it with everything else, you know, you're going to understand. Ella Black, welcome. Are you new? Ella, are you new? I haven't seen you on there before. Because if I would have seen you, I would have talked to you because, you know, that's one of my all-time favorite names is Ella because that's Patriot Super Gymnast's name. Guys, as you know, we have to talk. Any new people in here, whether you're getting taken out or staying in, if you stay in, remember we have to talk in code, and you guys know the code. If not, ask people in here. But the president of the USA is the hat. The president that doesn't remember that he's supposed to be the president of the USA is Sleepy. The what we're going to with the ARA starts with an N and starts with a G. That is the big N and the big G, and then we have a few other things. But okay, Shibby Biz, I just kind of told you. The man who in 2020 won the election but wasn't given it, he's the hat. We can't say his name. The man who cheated and got it is Sleepy. Crazy Hillary, I think that speaks for itself. And then we don't talk a lot about a lot of them. What we're going to, the big N, it's NES, you know, and then as I said, it ends with ARA. We call that the big N, and the other one for the world we call the big G. And if there's any others that I use tonight, I'll try to explain them to you. Wow, Amber Fam. Man, I'm telling you, I'm liking these. Thank you, Amber. Thank you. I bought all of my grandkids one of these. Three of them wanted white. The monkey wanted blue. But me and Ron, we stuck with the red. But we have the white and the blue. But thank you. Yes, David. I wish I could get that, David. Honest to goodness. I have a family, you know, my son and his wife and that living with me. I have a big house. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to have them living with me. But yeah. The beds are the magical beds. Magical beds, special beds, but we can't say other things. No, JK1459. There is a lot of people under the NDA. Now, Ron told me yesterday he heard Dallas was, but Dallas came out today and said, no, I am not. So, can you see my outfit? Sure. And you know, for the person who asked, I'm going to show you why I wear clothes like this. Here you go.
If tomorrow all the things were gone, I'd work for all my life, and I had to start again with just my children and my wife.
If you're an alcoholic,
I thank my lucky stars to be living here today, where the flag still stands for freedom, and they can't take that away. To be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the man who died and gave that right to me, and I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt as God bless the USA.
You can't argue things like that.
From the lakes of Minnesota to the hills of Tennessee, across the plains of Texas, Oh, from sea to shining sea, from Detroit down to Houston, and New York to LA, where there's pride in every American heart, and it's time we stand and say, oh, and I'm proud to be an American, where at least I know I'm free, and I won't forget the men who died, who gave their right to me, and I'd gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt of this land. God bless the USA. And I gladly stand up next to you and defend her still today, 'cause there ain't no doubt I love this land.
Yes, yes, yes. God bless the USA. So we did the music, we did the special show, we did a lot in this show already, and you guys 120 people. What's that?
Good night.
Ron says good night. No, guys, for new people, for the people that's here, I don't hide the fact that every day I set aside time, whatever it takes me to do it, to talk out loud to God. I'm by myself when I do it. So this morning, since I'm driving over morning towards early afternoon, as I'm driving over to pick up the little monkey, I had my talk. Well, see, I had this same talk the other day. And I haven't hid the fact that I went through a spell here a while back where I was about ready to give up. I was so tired. It had nothing to do with you guys. And you're one of the main reasons I didn't. The people here, you're probably the main reason I didn't. But also, I said to God, you got to start giving me some signs as to why you want me to continue. What are you going to do for me that's going to make me continue? Well, I'm going to move forward to a few things. And yesterday, I told you I had lunch with Ron. I went home. And I'm going to take a shower and clean up. But I had plenty of time. So I laid down on my bed. Now remember, I'm looking for signs. I laid down on my bed, and the song I just sang, Proud to Be an American. I've told everybody there's a song that can go just about anything. I'm proud to be an American. The way he sings it, the way Lee Greenwood sings it, I got thinking to myself, there's got to be something here. There's just got to be something here. And I'm sitting there, I'm proud to be an American where at least I know I'm free. And I started going, I'm proud to be an American where we're going to all be free. And I started involving, I could say his real name as I'm doing that, but I started involving the hat into it. And I just kept going, like the Energized Bunny, I kept going. And as I'm doing it, I'm thinking, why am I not writing this down? And then I'm laying there and I thought, I laid down to get some rest. Let me get some rest. And I rolled over on my left side. And as I roll over on my left side, music again hits me. And I don't know, Diane, are you on? Myrna, are you on? Anybody in mine and Ron's age group that, and others probably would know it, but there's a song out there. And if you don't know it, Google it. Not Google it. Right here on this channel, YouTube. Just go in and search Paul and Paula. Hey, 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 Paula, I want to marry you. Oh, speaking of singing, before I go into this story, thank you, Myrna, for singing to me yesterday. But anyway, that song, hey, 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 Paula, and then Paula comes back, hey, 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 Paul. I started doing the same thing to that music about the hat, about Patriots, and about that. And guys, I'm thinking, what is going on? I'm being overwhelmed with things like this. And tomorrow I don't have to babysit. I don't have to do a lot of things. So tomorrow I'm going to work on maybe putting it together, but putting it on paper where I can actually read to you. And it would really be cool if I could come up with the actual music behind it if I was doing it, but I don't know if I can do that. But I'm thinking, it's look at what we did. Look what I did. Look what I did. And I talked to God today about this and started, and I was telling him, and I was going on and on and on about the thing. He's already heard it because he can hear me when I'm talking. But that being said, this morning, I got woke up at a little after 5 as my daughter-in-law is stammering around out there trying to get the kids ready to get out the door to take the little one to the babysitter that she has to drive 20 miles to and then bring back out the other one with her to school because she teaches as a teacher's aide at the same building. So I got woke up, so I said, well, I'm awake, I might as well go to the bathroom. And that was at like 5:30, about 6 o'clock. And about 8 o'clock, I had to go again, and I got up. I got back in bed, and it was 6 minutes after 8, and I thought, if I could just go to sleep for an hour, get up at 9, do some walking, because I try to walk at least 10,000 steps again and a day, and Linda, I have made it already, and I've kept my feet elevated. As a matter of fact, if I sit here right now, under me, I have my feet elevated. Linda checks on me every day on that. But anyway, I closed my eyes. Instead of sleeping on my right side, I switched over to my left. And I went right out. And I was sleeping so good. And all of a sudden, I jumped up and got up because I had to go see for real. I didn't realize I was sleeping, but I was dreaming of the hat. Came in my front door, says to me through my bedroom door. Now I have windows in my bedroom door, so you can see right in there because I took the curtain down so when my grandkids are out there and their mom and dad's outside, I can keep an eye on them while I'm laying on my bed. And the hat is standing there saying, get out of bed, we got to talk. I got to explain to you what's happening. I jumped out of bed. I'm honest, as God is my witness, I jumped out of bed, I run out there, and he wasn't there. There's signs, guys. He's real. You know, all this stuff I've been thinking about him with these songs, now this happens, but the only thing through all of it, the songs and then him in my dream, the only thing that was bad about all of it, I shouldn't have jumped out of bed that early. I should have tried to kept dreaming so I would have got to meet Melania. Someone asked me once if you could meet Melania or you could meet Donald, that man, the hat. Because I can say Donald, it's just Donald. But if you could meet either one of those, which one would you choose? It would be Melania. Because hopefully I would be able to bring the girl from the Ukraine over, because that's the one person in the world. A plain ordinary old Ukraine girl. Right, Linda? Plain ordinary old Ukraine girl. And the one person in the world she wants to meet is Melania. Anyway, that's my stories. And you guys know I always have to tell a story. Usually it's about the monkey, but tonight it was about something that actually deals with us. Because, guys, it just shows that we are right there. We are so close, and there was so many funny things coming up. You guys were sending stuff to me, and I was sending stuff back to you guys. There was so much great stuff coming on now. I know, guys, I don't know if I'm going to get to it tonight because I got so much, but there was one thing that Patriot Dana 1111 posted on our Telegram page. And for all you new people that would like the Telegram page, it's Patriots with a capital P and an S, 5, just the 5, forever, Forever, but the F is capitalized, and that's our page. Please come and join us. We would, God's on here tonight. Wow. Now we know we got it, guys. We know we're close when God comes on here.
Yeah.
So that being said, let's see what we got. This was from Dr. Charlie Ward, I believe. First one I'm going to read, yes. Charlie Ward's friends on Telegram. As I see it, we are waiting for some public announcements to the following. Number 1, public announcement of the USN on the gold asset standard. Number 2, public announcement of the new USN notes money supply. Number 3, public announcement of the USN bills paid. To go along with that, number 3, then you have in small a, Iraq has a trust problem with the U.S. B, they need to see items 1, 2, and 3 above publicly announced so they can go forward. Number 4, public announcement of the new Iraq International Dinar rate. Number 5, public announcement of the new Iraq International data rates published in the Gazette. Number 6, public announcement of the Big N. Number 7, public announcement of the Big G. Number 8, public announcement of Sleepy gone. Number 9, public announcement of the hat's return. Number 10, private announcement of the RV notifications, including 800 numbers and Starlink. Small a, private announcement of Tier 3 liquidity and spendable. B, private announcement for liquidity of all tiers. Number 11, public announcement of the following. A, Social Security increase and change of system. B, reclamation monies. 3, debt forgiveness jubilee. D, other funds as applicable. Then he goes on to say, we should begin to see these flowing out in the soon immediate future. There are other events that are important, such as stock market crash, EBS, and the new financial system. I have chosen not to include them in the list above, but those things are coming, and we should pay attention to the real events that are about hold on. The real events that are about to and very soon begin to unfold. Hold the line and stay steady. Lock your faith into the word of God. What is about to happen is biblical. We should understand that. See you on the other side of the promised land. Are you truly ready? So you guys, now I have played actually a video, but I had to play it as an audio because I don't want to take a chance of things. Frank 26. Hold on. I got to clean my screen, guys. Give me a second. Okay. Frank 26 got so great news from Walking Stick on air. Told everyone to watch tonight, to watch and not with just your ears. It was exciting news he got. Just watch Frank 26. His message was live on his tube. The message will be shared tonight's tube It's happening. The RV, he will no longer be with us. So, according to tonight, Frank is going to make on his channel the major announcement, and it looks like he's being going under the NDA. That's pretty much all of that. Ooh. This is something that Patriot Diane with 2 N's sent me. RVGCR rumored possibility timeline from Princess Diana on her Princess Diana Telegram channel. Tuesday, 26 December 2024, the Big G was softly announced publicly to select media outlets through the Starlight satellite system, which made it legal. The Big G has started between all governments worldwide. The Big N is now liquid under the USN. The money is flowing. Monday, 1 January, the RV occurred for Iraq. The new in-country Iraq dinar rate was being used in-country in Iraq, while the fiat U.S. federal dollar was banned from the country. Friday, midnight, Eastern Standard Time. January, was the end of the deep state, the HAT database on Telegram. Sunday, midnight, Eastern Time, 7 January to Monday, 8 January. The lockdown for disclosures will begin and last for a couple of weeks. That's according to Alexa. Midnight Eastern Time, Sunday, 7 January to Monday, the disclosure block will begin and last for a few weeks from Wolverine. Monday, 8th January, South Africa, UK, China reported to be in lockdown. On Monday, 8 January, the banks will have the codes. And from where Friday, 12 January, the window, Charlie Ward. Wednesday, 10 January, the world is going asset-backed, all 210 countries. Thursday, 11 January, formal public announcement of the Big N and Big G. Thursday, January 16th, new Basel III capital requirements being implemented. Wednesday, 17th, formal public announcements of all the gold asset backs. Now, guys, that is an older post, evidently, because as you can tell, it has nothing to do. I mean, farthest they went up was the 17th, and we're now at the 5th. But I thought the reading, knowing that all of these things are in place, it's just a matter of time before we go from in place to real. But and I had several things today about this. The things that are happening. Okay, Diane just sent over this. It's from Wolverine. And I don't know if you've been following Wolverine, but if you haven't, Wolverine has been accused of being a clone. And he came out and addressed the issue. You know, good one, Michael Gentry, thank you. But that's all they can do. See, because they don't have the intelligence to actually do something productive. But you have to remember one thing, Michael. These people that are doing what they're doing, so what? You know, they only have to answer to one. It doesn't matter what they do to me. It doesn't matter what they do to Ron, what they do to you, Gary, Moss, Janet, Margaret. It doesn't matter what they do to any of us. When it comes down to answering, going to God's heaven on earth, they got to answer to one person, one main. And it's just like when days are ended on this beautiful land, they have to answer to one. They're not going to be able to come in as it's Sadie. They're not going to be able to come in as some, whatever. They're going to have to stand in front of him and hope like HE double toothpicks that he don't send them to HE double toothpicks. What has happened to people? I don't know. I don't care. I care about our family here. I care about the patriots and the people around the world that we're going to help. The ones that can't help, hey, they're going to live a long and miserable life. But thank you, Michael. Hi, guys. This is Wolverine, the clone with 2 laughing, smiling faces. And it's good to see Wolvie do something like that because Wolvie puts his heart and soul into things. He puts his heart and soul into so much. Yes. He puts his heart and soul into it. And as he explained in an earlier message, he explained he can take it. Bring it on, just like I just said there. I can take whatever you people want to send at me. He can take it. But why? Why come after his wife? She doesn't deserve that. Family members don't deserve it. I was told by a family member the other day that I was crazy. I said, you're right. I'm crazy because I'm trying to help you. And their jaw went. Just dropped. I don't have time. I believe in everybody. And I'm here to help. And Ron's here to help. And Myrna, who just posted that, is here to help. And Janet and Margaret. We have so many loving, as Myrna said, we're a loving family here. Why do you want to come and mess up our house? We don't do anything to you. When you decided to go to a new house, we left you alone. Grow up, please. And that's the last I'm saying tonight about, I know you're not going to because you have such a miserable life. Trying to make us miserable is the only thing you can do. But see, I got great moderators here and they take care of the show. And you don't stand a stoneball chance in HE double toothpicks to mess this up. Okay, so let me start all over with Wolvie. Hi, guys. This is Wolvie with the 2 laughing, smiling faces. I just received news from my contact, and he was expecting the call today, but he said that everything is in line for Wednesday. Well, he's got W day. I'm assuming it's Wednesday. We just have to wait for a couple of days just for the tranquility. Let me tell you that this is real as it is happening, and the paymaster cannot hold on to that money any longer, and it's not their money as it belongs to the people. It's definitely going to be a beautiful week. Please have faith. Blessings, Wolverine. Now, why would a man come on and put his whole soul into something? Why do I come on and put my whole soul into something? As far as I know, Wolvie is not taking money. If he is, he is. I don't. I do it because it's the right thing to do. But the people who are, hey, they got to eat too, right? So if that's their way, then so be it. Now, guys, I've got to read this. I hope it'll be okay. I'm sure it is. The man on Messenger goes by Van. He's Larry. And he sent me this stuff, and it's pretty touching. Hi, Ralph. Sure am feeling better. Don't know what went wrong last week. My energy was drained. How many of the people on here tonight has had that? How many of you had where, wow, you just feel like you're totally drained. But then the next morning you get up and it's a brand new day, a brand new ball game. Anyway, here's more proof dog dewormer works. My sister-in-law's sister was told before Thanksgiving she had bone cancer in her leg. Then they told her she had 9 other spots in her body. That was cancer. She did elect to take chemo, but I got her on the dog, you know what, the wormer, packets for 20-pound dogs. I told her to do it once a week. Last week, they did a CT scan and told her she was in remission. And they are going to do a scan to see if it has all gone. There you go. 2 months in, she is in remission. We all know chemo doesn't work that fast. She didn't have to go through a lot more of the agony because chemo, I seen what it did to my brother-in-law. It literally took him from a man to just someone laying in a bed. But it doesn't work that fast. Dewormer care, and God bless Larry. Now, I wanted to read that. I trust Larry. I believe in Larry, or Van, whichever. I believe he's here to help. But you guys have to do your research. If you know someone who has it, believe me, I tried to get someone to use it. I tried to get someone to use what you and a lot of yous in Myrna especially told me about dandelion roots. I went out and bought dandelion roots. And my sister chose not to use them. Now there's a story there, but she was the one taking care of my brother-in-law. So she was the one that had to make the decisions. The decisions she made didn't work. We lost my brother-in-law, as you guys all know. I agree, Joe. Well, man, they are out in force tonight. Well, they're out in force because, we're a small group, but we still got 181 people on here right now. So, people is out there. And we have an amazing group of people that go out, a family that goes out. And it's like they're relentless. They will not give in. They're going to do whatever they can for us to get me and Ron the information to do good shows, to inform everyone here. But that being said, we have emphasized a lot in this show tonight about things. Yeah. Can you guys block them totally? Because if you can't, I'll start doing it. Not even letting me do it tonight. You know, guys, we've only got a few more minutes of the show. So if you want to block, if you want to just take them out and put them in timeout, do. If you want to block them, if you can, go ahead and do it. There we go. I'm getting rid of some of them. Bear with me for a minute, guys. Just to let you guys know that you scumbags that are doing this, they have a new feature that when I remove you, they're also coming up with a way for me to fill out a little, just punch a thing and say why we're doing it. And I hope you guys are familiar with the fact that they can trace your ISP number. And I kind of got the idea. I know who it is, but I've taken out a few. My goodness gracious, they're out. Okay, but anyway, we're gonna start and see what Judy's got to say. Then we'll do the prayer, and then we'll make their life miserable because we'll get off and they won't have nothing to do. They'll probably go in the bathroom and just, who knows what, smell their own farts or something. I don't know. I think Ron thought I was going to say something else when I said that, but no, I'm not going to go there because for a show, you're really showing your intelligence for a show that has kids watching. Wow. So anyway, let's see what Judy has to say, and we'll say the prayer, and maybe I talk a little bit more. But the whole thing is this. I thought this has been a good show. We've had great turnout, and now I'm going to tell you guys right now, we had 163 people on right now. We've had more. It's down a little bit, but 3 minutes. 3 minutes. After I'm done with this show and I've got everything taken care of, done what I will, I'll go to where Ron sent it out to the people, and I'll click on that link, and it'll take me to this show. And when it takes me to the show, we'll probably have 10 views. Now, at the amount of people we've had for this long, we're probably going to have close to 500 views already, and 100 and whatever, 80 some as a high. And it'll have me. They figured out how to do something there too, but see, it just doesn't matter. Whatever they do, it doesn't matter. They're garbage. What do you do with garbage? You sweep it up and you throw it in a garbage can. This is from Judy Bidington. Thank you, Marianne. That's always nice to see. When you get this is a great show from one of your people on a little message. This is from Judy Bidington, compiled February 5th, 2024, 12:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time by, as I said, Judy Bidington. On Saturday, 3 February 2024, the whole world fell apart. And no one knew it. World War II broke out in the Middle East. CCP Evergrande took a plunge on the Hong Kong stock market, and it closed it out, setting the stage for a global financial crash. Global military alliance continued child rescues from DUMB, all capital letters, underground tunnels. All of this child stuff is in reference to, connected with a February 20th, 2017, when a report came out about this. None of which, of course, was reported in our fake news mainstream media. But none of the aboves mattered because, in reality, according to ground command, the entire world is currently under international global martial law, and they have a plan. Anybody want to guess what the plan is? In remembering and reflecting by writing things down, we can see how we've grown over the years. Realizing how we faced past challenges can give us courage to face what lies ahead. Judy know what we think we know as of Sunday, February 4th. Now, guys, before I go any further with Judy, I have to admit something here to you guys. I'm really ready. You may say, you're really ready. You haven't been ready. I've always been ready, but now I'm really, really ready. And I'll tell you why, because when you listen to our favorite guy tomorrow night, Brucey, when you listen to Bruce, when he gives the ages, he says 62 to however. But if you're 70 or above, you might get more. Now, what I get now, and what he's saying we would get even if we was only under 70, 62 to 79, 69, it's still more than double what I got now. So I'm really not worried, especially if we go to the 50 prices, where 50 prices, $100 right now would be worth $1,284 and some change back in the 50s is what I researched. So I get thinking, wow, if they only want to give me $4,000, that's still double what I get now. And $4,000, even in today's standard, would let me fill up my tank of gas. It might even let me buy some other things. I said to my daughter, how did you afford the steaks yesterday? And she said, well, we bought a half a cow. Okay. I could make so many jokes on that one, but I'm going to leave it alone. But anyway, just think of it, guys. I'm ready now because I'm 70. I don't act it. I probably never will. Because by the time we get these special beds, you know, as the one movie said the one day, we can go back 1,000 and then 500 years. Not go back, but we can live that amount. Let's see, Judy, know what we think we know. Saturday, February 3rd, they are breaking out World War III in the Middle East. So they say. Or so they say. How many of us can actually see what's going on? They can do anything they want and make it look like it. And isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Everything that we've been through, but mainstream media news will cover that. Isn't that weird? To me, it's just like, wow. Sunday, February, I don't know. They got February 3rd, but it's February 4th. PASCAL-NAGADI, son of World Economic Forum co-founder, calls for members of the WEF to be arrested for their role in injecting certain weapons into 5 to 7 billion people. Saturday, 3rd February, global financial crash. The Chinese Communist Party owned the world's largest real estate company, Evergrande, which was bankrupt. On Saturday, 3 February, Evergrande dropped 20% in 1 hour on the Hong Kong stock market, causing the market to close. Evergrande was believed to be the first domino to fall on the way to the financial crash. Guys, we've been waiting for the dominoes, and one of them finally went, it looks like. Evergrande dealings affected so many real estate holdings across the globe, especially in the U.S. The cabal has planned to bring online their new fiat central digital currency, CBDCs, that would completely control. Yeah, I'm not even going to read that because that's not going to happen. Sunday, 11 February, EBS activates after the Super Bowl. And you know, for Christmas, me and Ron don't drink much beer anymore. But for Christmas, someone give us a big one. I don't know if it's a 16-ounce can or a 24-ounce can. And Ron said yesterday at my party, we're going to drink that during the Super Bowl. I said, no, we're going to drink it after the Super Bowl. I could care less about the Super Bowl, but I'm kind of excited about what's going to happen afterwards. Activates after the Super Bowl, POTUS alert test incoming EBS Super Bowl night. Sunday, 11 February, Tier 4B funding will be liquid. Funding for Tier 4B from Dubai 3 will be released into payment accounts on Wednesday, 7th February, and within 48 hours from there it will be liquid, or by Saturday, 10 February, Wolverine call, Saturday, 2 February. Global currency reset, Judy note what we think we know. On Thursday, 25 January, the gold-backed U.S. dollar was introduced from the U.S. Treasury in Reno. The next day, February 26th, all 86 global currency reset platforms were launched and loaded. By Sunday, 28 January, the new Iraq dinar, which has been released in country Monday, 1 January, and the new U.S. note were both trading on the Forex. On Monday, 29 January, tiers above Tier 4B, us, the Internet Group, began receiving notifications for appointments, and now some were in process of exchanging. Tier 4B to set appointments to exchange foreign currencies. The Zim bombs could begin at any time and will end on Thursday, 15th February. Well, they keep saying it's going to end on Thursday, 15th February. They need to get her done. Other than that, there's not a whole lot. I do want to discuss one more thing here real briefly. And the thing I want to discuss, someone sent a video today. And in the video, they said, watch this lady's big head takes up over 2/3 of the screen, and you hear talking in the background. You can kind of read some of it. And in just what it was about was this intolerable woman that you would just like to get, okay, sitting there with a smirk on her face, never saying anything, but just doing things aggravating. Well, I was only able to make it through about 5 minutes of it. But some of the things I made it through was President John Fitzgerald Kennedy announcing back in the 60s that we would be going into a war, as we are right now. He announced that it wouldn't be fought like normal wars. There may not be one gunshot. But is that not what is happening now? Well, mainstream media news can show what they want to show. But we all know that they're all going to get let go. I'm a poet. But anyway, I just wanted to share that. You can do what you want if that video comes across your screen and you want to watch it. I'm going to tell you, I think it was 10 or 15 minutes long. I watched 5. And I feel like that, like I did about the lady that I watched the other day, or listened to the other day. That was 2 hours and 58 minutes I can't get back of my life. That was 5 minutes that I can't. That's 3 hours. And I will watch things that people send me. And when the first thing the person that sent to me said, it says, why is her head so big? And I mean, you could just see this lady hasn't a clue of what's going on. Thank you. I like my hat too. The hat's supposed to make a special announcement, Joe. I thought I just read that, but I don't know where I read it. Let me see if I can find it again and I'll see if I can read it. Sunday, 11 February, EBS activates after the Super Bowl. POTUS alert. Test incoming EBS Super Bowl night. There you go. Guys, with that, I'm going to say prayer. I knew we'd go over an hour tonight because I had a lot of stuff, and I also wanted to share my birthday wishes and tell you guys how much I love you and being there for me and my family. And I had to share that story about the hat coming and visiting me in my dream and telling me to come out to my living room and the things that's going on, because these things are happening for a reason. Our scumbags, the things with them happened tonight for a reason, but you know, we're just gonna move on. We're just gonna move on. Nothing's gonna stop us. You know, for the scumbags that was on tonight, nothing's gonna stop us now. We won't comply. So you might as well give up. We didn't comply to when they said we had to do other things. As a matter of fact, I lost a doctor, which in turn almost cost me my life. But that being said, I'm still here. And as the song said, I'm still standing. Dear Lord, as we come to the show tonight, I want to pray for everyone on the show. One particular person, and I'm sorry, I wish I'd had a pen and paper, but you'll know who you are. This gentleman asked me on the show tonight, and I wish I would have wrote his name down, to pray for his friend that passed away. He was only 12 years old. If I read that right, and I hope I did, we're praying for their family, for you, and for all the loved ones that love that young individual. Lord, we're asking you to look after everyone here, all the children, Lord, 100% of the children. Help us find where they're at. Help us bring them back to safety. Help us do what we need to do. Help us keep the children all safe as we go through flu season coming up very soon. And Lord, help us end this nightmare of a show where we turn your world back in to heaven on earth. And we pray to you through our Savior, your Son, Jesus Christ. Amen and amen. Good night, everyone. Love yous, and we'll see you Wednesday night, if not before.